What up, good people? Come on in, sit on down. I might let you keep your shoes on today. I'm feeling a little hospitable, but that could change. So keep them close by. I'm Brooke the Great, baby. And if you're wondering who the hell told me I'm great, I'm wondering who the hell told you that you were not. And I always wonder how long. How long does one go before realizing their own power? Before accepting. I think it sounds good, right? Everybody, it's like it's real. Hold on, it's real sexy to say I'm the one and to feel like you got it, like unstoppable. Like that initial feeling that you get is real sexy until until you really start tapping into it and you really start to see like, oh snap, I really am a force to be reckoned with. And then you go through this I think a phase of panic, of an attempt to turn back. We should talk about the hero's journey. Shout out to Joseph Campbell. You know what I love about Joseph Campbell? I'm gonna go off on a tangent a little bit. The fact that he identified his life's work, his purpose, and spent his entire life pursuing that. He spent his entire life not just, I'm trying to think of the word that I'm trying to come up with, right? He spent his entire life magnifying wants to keep coming up, but that's not the word that I'm looking for. Mastering. That shit just, that's dope to me. That's just dope to me. Like when you find your lane, you get in it and you don't deviate. And that's all. I want to read all of his books. I'm just fascinated with how someone can lock into their thing and not let up off of it. Like to just deep dive. Like, do you understand what has to happen when you concentrate yourself in one direction? This is the problem that I have when people talk about like polygamy and having multiple people. Like, how is it that we understand the importance of the one thing? Have you read that book? I can't remember who wrote it. It's a good book. We understand the importance of focusing our attention when it comes to business. You always hear those who've done really well, the long money, they'll say, forget multiple streams. In the beginning, you need to double down, triple down on one stream. Like you need to really make that thing the thing. So we understand it in that regard. We understand it in regard to goal setting, pursuing anything. It could be hobby related. In every other arena, we understand the power of centralizing your attention, your focus, and your efforts. But somehow we're supposed to believe that in one of the most important, I would argue the important relationship, well, outside of yourself, one of the most important relationships we could have is that romantic relationship. But somehow you can scatter yourself all over the place and be at your best. Hey, bro, if you say so. If you say so. But anyway, I had a question for you today. I wanted to know, have you sold your soul? Humans seem to be masters in identifying all the ways another human being has gone wrong. We can point out the celebrities, the entertainers who has sold their soul. I just want to know, have you? And if you say no, how you know? You sure? What is the soul? Maybe we should start there. Maybe we should ask, what is the soul? And then how do you sell it? How do you go about selling it? Is there an auction block or something? How does this go down? Because it's so easy to repeat things that you hear people say. But do you actually sit and say, what does that actually mean? I'm hearing myself say things that other people are saying. Do I know what it means? What's the soul? What is the soul of you? Let's start there. What is the soul? Sometimes I use soul and spirit interchangeably, right? But if I was to break it down, right, and to get a clear understanding, the spirit is, everything is spirit. Everything. Everything you see physical has a spiritual backing. Everything is spirit. You are spirit. This house is spirit. This chair, everything is spirit. It's the building block. Then from there, we seem to find that human beings have something unique. That uniqueness is the soul. It is your unique, energetic footprint. It's what makes you, you, and me. You can never cross over. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't be my soul and I can't be yours. It's what uniquely makes you. Some could say it's the accumulation of, it is your unique consciousness, which could be the accumulation of your experiences, your feelings and experiences. That's the soul. So if that's the case, then how does one sell that? How do you sell that unique footprint of you? What makes you you? The things that you like, the things that turn you on, the things that are near and dear to you. How do you sell that? Because you say it. You say people selling their soul, so you should be able to define how exactly are people selling it. How does one go about selling the soul? Tell me. I need to know. I want to know. Tell me. What happens? What happens when the inner ideas of you, the things that inspire you, the things that turn you on, the things that make you come alive, the things that are true to you, what happens when you go against that? What happens when you live against that? What happens when you choose things that are in direct contradiction to that? Is that you selling your soul? Is that you selling your soul in exchange for the illusion, in exchange for people's acceptance, people's ideas and ways of doing things? You know what? Let's do something real quick. Let's look up sell. Woo! The first I see something. You know what I see? It says to give up, to deliver to surrender. So could it be possible that I surrender what is near and dear to me, what is real to me, what is honest, what is true, what is noble, what is worthwhile, which means something to me, if I give that up for something that is in direct contradiction to that, sounds like I've sold my soul. See, I ain't interested in you giving me no 5-point presentation on how celebrities have sold their soul. I ain't interested in that. I'm interested is, can you identify if you've sold yours? It's easy. It's easy to point out somebody else's shit. It's easy. It's easy to see the stain in somebody else's window. Can you see it in your own? Can you see the speck in your own eye? Questions worth answering. Question worth asking. You got to ask it first. When you hand it over, that's the definition of sale. To hand over, to deliver, to give up, to surrender. You know what makes it so hard for me to navigate? Not that it's hard, right? I think I've gotten good at navigating life. But what makes the most challenging part of this human experience, especially once you figure some things out, is that you simply cannot care about the things that people want you to care about, no matter how much you try. There's a list of priorities, and you listen to people speak and you read books, and they give you the most important things in life. And once your eyes are open, you can no longer agree. Because there's only one priority, and that's the soul. What speaks to that? What is right there? What is orderly there? What You're not listening, you're not hearing what I'm saying to you. Right? I'm trying to give you something. And the part of you that thinks, that feels, that knows, right? That's unique to you. This is why when you guys want to point out like somebody gonna get karma and they gonna get this back to them, and this is like that's shit that's true for you. Have you ever looked at some of the so-called, you guys call them the powers that be, but I ain't never referring to nothing outside of me when it comes to another human being as the power that be. Never. When you look at some of these dynasty families, and you would say they have committed all sorts of atrocities across the world for generations, yet they still seem to be doing just fine. You don't find that suspicious? Yeah, but they gonna get theirs, Brooke. I know, baby. I know. Talk it out. Talk it through. They gonna get theirs, Brooke. They gonna get theirs. That's what you believe. That's true for you. They don't have that programming. We could have a whole nother discussion of what happens when you reframe how you see things. When you reframe. Anyway, let's not go there. As well as you can point out celebrities who have fallen, can you identify if you have? That's what the fall from grace really means. When you believe more, when you have made the physical the priority, you've fallen from grace. You've fallen from grace. When you've neglected the soul. Some people are not in tune with their soul, so they can neglect the soul and appear to still function for the most part okay. Then there are some others of us, it'll drive us insane. It'll drive us insane. Like you want to not let it matter as much as it does, but it does. What do you do then? What do you do when you've neglected the soul? I ain't even gonna go no deeper with it. I'm gonna just leave you with that. Have you sold your soul? While you out here listening to all the YouTube videos, looking for all the signs and the symbols of, people outside, people in the world who sold their soul. Nigga, have you sold yours? Are you selling it every single day? What make you think you better? When you go against, when you know that there is a higher call, when you know that you're supposed to be in position and you're not, what makes you think you better than this celebrity? What makes you think you better? Why I ain't leading people this and that? Hey, whatever you want to call it, bro. Whatever makes you feel better. But what makes you think you better? People sell their soul every day. Every single day. Now, whether they know that's what they're doing or not, doesn't matter. The results are the same. Have you sold your soul? And if you have, baby, what you gonna do about it?